All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Gediminas, and today I wanted to share with you my notes from the National Achievers Congress 2019. So every year they organize this amazing event with some awesome speakers, and unlike the Success Summit that we attended and other similar events, National Achievers Congress is not for network marketing or by network marketers. It's actually a generally a sort of personal development event and sort of business event. So you get different kind of business people, at this event. People from real estate, free people who made millions, on e-commerce, on stocks and shares, forex trading and things like that. So you have a good mix and variety of different kind of people there who just share their tips of success. And just the three main people this year were Grant Cardone, a guy who built a $1.4 billion real estate portfolio. Now, just to get you to think about it, a million seconds is like 12 hours. A billion seconds is like 30 years. So just to give you an idea of the amount of business that he's built, and he's built his training company to like $250 million. Then we had Ty Lopez, again, very successful on social media, very good marketer, very good at e-commerce. He just bought a business worth $700 million, one of the companies he bought, So again, very successful guy. And the last speaker that we had was Gary Vaynerchuk. Now, if you don't follow Gary V, you're missing out. You need to follow Gary V. He's incredible, true hustler, built an incredible wine business, and now his main business is VaynerMedia, which is a media company that helps huge companies like Shell and etc. do their social media, etc. So these guys are big dogs, sharing their tips, their philosophies, sharing their ideas. So even though not everything is particularly for network marketing, there was some great stuff there. Great energy, great ideas, great tips, etc. So that's why I wanted, not all of it, because again, it was a 2-day training. So it was, a lot of information. But I just wanted to share some of the ideas that sort of made the biggest impact on me, and I hope that it will be useful for you too. Maybe some of that stuff you're even going to use. So let's crack on with this, and it's nice to see all of you guys here. Thanks for joining in. So first thing I liked was one guy called Sandy, and he was sharing sort of like, how different people think and how different people do, So like, if you think about it, poor people think about today. So they think about, where am I going to get money today? What's going to happen today? The middle class think in terms of months. They can survive for a few months if they lost their job, but that's pretty much it. Then the rich think in terms of years. How do I create, where I'm going to be this year, next 5 years, etc. So they're creating businesses and, other things, etc. Then wealthy people think in decades. What are we going to do this coming decade? By the way, guys, after New Year's, we're going to be in the new decade, so it's a great time to be building something, to be in the new decade. But then elite people think in generations. My mentor, Ray, he wrote already a will, and in his will, he writes the will for his grandchildren, and his daughter is like 3 years old. He wrote a will, and it's already separated out, like what assets going to go to his grandchildren. They're not born yet. You know what I mean? That's thinking ahead. The guy's built like a $5-6 million business already. So by the time his grandkids are born, so it's just an idea. And I thought, wow, how perfectly it fits network marketing. Because one, in network marketing, we create an income that will give us money passively for years and years to come. But it's also a business that we can will to somebody. So, if you have a job, God forbid you die today, what will your kids get from your job? In most people's cases, this. Zero, nothing, right? As soon as you died, they send you the last paycheck and it's game over. Whereas in network marketing, now I know none of us are, getting ready to die anytime soon, but in network marketing, if you pass away, your income still comes in. The team you've built, the commissions that you built, they keep coming year after year, year after year. And even in our own company, we have a lady who was at a diamond orchid level, and unfortunately, about, I think, 2-3 years back now, she passed away because of cancer. And guess what? Her son and daughter took over her ID, and they're still receiving the paycheck. Actually, it's grown from diamond to jasper. One of them actually both of them were in UK last weekend, attended a training with us. Think about how powerful is that. She's gone, but she left a legacy to her children. Absolutely incredible. So I thought that was very awesome. And another thing he said, which I thought, wow, that's also powerful, is that most people want is freedom and security. Most people want freedom and security. Unfortunately, what happens is that most people give up freedom for security. You understand what I'm saying? So most people want the freedom and security, but they end up saying, well, I'll sacrifice freedom as long as I have a paycheck. So I'll keep slaving away. I'll keep, asking when can I go to toilet? When can I get some lunch? When can I take a holiday, please, right? They give up the freedom just to have the security. Why not have both? Because that's what business provides. Business actually allows us to have freedom and security. You have that security of money coming into your bank account every month, but you also have the freedom to do whatever the heck you want. You know what I mean? So that was quite awesome, and I really liked. Next is the 7 keys to success in business and in life. So number 1, your business has to be profitable. So it has to be giving you money. If you're not making money in your business, something's not right. Your business has to be profitable. It has to be earning you money. Number 2, it has to be scalable. So you see, being a network marketer, you're already ahead of the curve. Because imagine if you have a restaurant. Yeah, it's sort of scalable that you can open new restaurants, but that's huge expense and it's very difficult. You know what I mean? So usually if you have a business, you're just stuck in that location where your business is. But with network marketing, how incredible and scalable is that? Just today, I can see Mabel on this call. Me and Mabel, we had a call with somebody in St. Vincent. Like, that's Caribbean, and the business is spilling over there. Tomorrow I might have somebody, have a call with somebody from Italy. The day after I might have a call with somebody from USA. You know what I mean? It's incredibly scalable. It can expand so fast beyond your town and country and continent, etc. So it's awesome. Number 3, it has to be portable. OMG. Like how portable is network marketing? This is all I need. Like tomorrow morning, I'm flying to Lithuania. In order for me to keep doing my business, this is what I need. My phone. That's it. Nothing else. How portable is my business? Imagine if you have a restaurant. Can you take it with you? Not so easy, right? But this is my business. This is my, that's all I need to be making money every single month. Unbelievable. You know what I mean? Number 4, it has to be manageable. That means, can you manage your business? Like some businesses, once they grow to a certain size, it becomes so difficult to actually manage your business, with all the HR and, and taxes and like it becomes so complicated. But network marketing is made to be manageable because you have all the systems and structures, resources, the company. Like, think about it. Do you have to pay your team members every single month? Oh no, the company does that. Do you have to hire a warehouse to keep all your stock and send it out to your team members? Oh no, the company does that. Do you have to create new products and invent new ideas? Oh no, the company does that. Do you have to hire accountants and keep, tax, etc. for the whole company? Oh no, the company does that. Do you have to run like social media and things like that for the? Oh no, like literally, the company does everything for us. All we have to do is, hey, would you take a look at this business? Hey, would you take a look at this product? Literally, that's all we have to do. The rest is provided by the company, by the leadership, by the resources, etc. You know what I mean? So that's extremely manageable. It's so much more manageable than any other business. You don't have to hire people, fire people, etc. Everybody's self-employed. So nobody's actually working for you. So you don't have to be like, each person in your team is not working for you. They each have their own business and they each responsible for their own business. Number 5, transferable. Already talk about it, right? You can sell your position. You can will your position. Unbelievable. Number 6, probably the most important one for me. It has to be enjoyable, and I think with Sarah, we messaged each other the other day, and I said, I'm still excited to do this after 9 years of doing it. Every single day, something happens that excites me about this business. Somebody joins the team, somebody hits the new rank, somebody sells incredible amount of something, like whatever. Like every day I get a message from somebody and I go, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, right? So like, it's no routine. It's no monotony, we're like, oh my gosh, I have to go to work again, and I used to be that guy. Now I'm like pumped. Every single day something is happening that makes me excited, and I've already been doing this for 9 years, you know what I mean? And no 2 days are the same. Incredible, you know what I mean? And then, you get to enjoy holidays and things like that, like, it's just insane. Number 7, and lastly, it has to be shareable. And if you let's say you have a restaurant, you can't really tell somebody how to build a successful restaurant, because you're literally creating your competition. So you would never share your secrets, share your business ideas, but this business is probably the only business that you can literally, the more people you share this idea with, the more money you make. Like, you're not creating competition, you're actually creating team members who, carry on doing the same business, and you benefit from that. Like, my success is your success is not just a saying in network marketing, it is this business. Like, literally, the more I teach my team members, the more I support and help my team members, the more money I will make. Absolutely awesome, right? So these are the 7 keys, and you will see me doing a live on this as well. So just, a lot of these ideas later on, I'll be doing lives on them. Now, money is all good, but what I've noticed, because you see patterns when you're hearing these wealthy people, these super successful people, you start observing and hearing and seeing certain patterns across the video. You go, oh, that person mentioned it, and that person mentioned it, and that person mentioned it, and that person mentioned it. And one thing is health. A lot of these wealthy people were emphasizing how important their health is. So it's not just about the money, but you have to keep healthy. So things like, taking 10,000 steps a day, drinking a liter of water for every 25 kilograms of your body weight. So if you weigh like me, like 100, you have to drink 4 liters. So that's why I just keep on drinking. Improving your sleep, because a lot of you are not getting enough sleep, or the sleep you're getting is not really good for you. Like you're waking up a lot, you're not resting enough, etc. So things like, of course, our inner balance helps the sleep, right? We have night capsules, but also things like, getting a good mattress, using good pillows, putting, the curtains so that you don't get light, when you're sleeping, and things like that. All of these things can improve your sleep and help you to rest better, because if you go to bed, you don't rest well, next day you're trying to push on, without having the rest, and then you feel even more tired. The next day you don't sleep well, and it's just this vicious cycle that makes you more and more exhausted. So you have to look after your body. Also your food intake. What do you eat? It's so easy to get busy and then just to start eating all of these ready-made meals and processed foods, etc. But again, we need to, as much as we can, we need to look what we're putting in, because it's like rubbish in, rubbish out. So if you're putting bad fuel, if you were putting bad fuel in your car, how long would that car keep running? Not very long. but we're putting bad fuel in our body all the time. I remember good old Zig Ziglar, rest in peace. He used to say, if you bought $100,000 racehorse, would you let it drink beers, smoke cigarettes, and keep watching TV till 2 o'clock in the morning? No, you wouldn't. It's a prize racehorse. It costs you $100,000, right? You would feed it the best food. You would give it the best water and everything, right? Because it's such a prized possession. So why the hell are you doing it to your body then? Why are you putting junk food in your body, cigarettes, alcohol, everything? Why would you do it? If you wouldn't do it for your horse, why the hell are you doing it for your own body, some exercise, weightlifting, running, stretching, etc., just to, keep your body fit. I'm not talking about crazy, you don't have to be crazy fit like me, No, I'm kidding. But you don't have to go nuts with this and become, a maniac, but just healthy amount of exercise, even maybe swimming, and things like that. And then the last one, you may first think, oh, what does that have to do with health? But it has to do a lot with health. And it's journaling, goal setting, and meditating. Now, some of you may, I've heard of this meditating, but I don't know how to meditate. Meditating is just a fancy word for thinking. But do you actually spend any time of your day just thinking? Not like I'm driving and I'm thinking and I'm having a hamburger at the same time, but actually I stop doing everything, sit down, and I think for 10 minutes or I think for 15 minutes. I try to do that almost every day, and you cannot imagine with how many ideas and tricks and hacks and things like that will come to you if you just stop for a second. Just relax your mind and close your eyes. Don't fall asleep. And think, for 10, 15 minutes. You cannot imagine with the things that will start coming to your head, etc. But when you're busy all the time, guess what? Everybody has the same 24 hours. It's how we use that time. So finding those, and it doesn't have to be hours. I'm just like one of the guys were telling about, who was it now? I'm trying to think who he was talking about. One of the very famous people, very wealthy, etc., who said I think it's Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world. He works like 2 hours a day, and then for the rest of the day, he reads and thinks. But he's a billionaire already, right? So you're not just there yet, right? So don't get your numbers wrong, right? So work for 8 hours, think maybe for 2. But it's important. And that will also contribute to your well-being, because that stillness of thought, that relaxation, that just sitting down and getting a breather will calm your mind as well, will reduce the stress and the anxiety in your life as well. So it's all contributing towards your health. Now, a lot of people are being affected by the conditioning of parents, school, friends, environment, etc. And the three sort of patterns that a lot of people are in is like, I'm not enough, I don't fit in, I won't be loved, and things like that. And don't overestimate other people's opinion of you. You know what I mean? So when it comes to what other people think of you, I saw this quote and I really liked it. It said, other people's opinion of me is none of my business. So hey, it makes sense. Now, if you're going through hell, by the way, keep going. That's somebody famous, isn't it? Okay, I'm just trying to see what else I want to share with you. I don't want to share that. Russell Brand, by the way, was there as well. That guy is mental. He's just like, he's so funny. Okay, so next thing I liked was somebody talked about aspiration and dreams. And aspiration, by the way, is goals that make you happy. So do your goals make you happy, or do your goals make you stressed out of your head? So you must ensure that the goals you're setting to yourself are the goals that make you happy, goals that make you excited and pumped up. And I liked the guy who was talking about this. He gave an example where he went to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the tallest mountain in Africa, etc. And when he was preparing for going to the Mount of Kilimanjaro, he got himself a personal trainer in the gym, who would train him. And one day he was like a bit tired, a bit lazy, and he said, look, I don't want to, work too hard today. And his personal trainer said, look, you either sweat in the gym or you'll die on the mountain. Now you might think, well, what does that have to do with my business? Well, it has everything to do with your business. Think about it. You either sweat in the gym or you will die on the mountain. Isn't that the same applies to your business? You either invest time in learning and developing yourself, or you'll get crushed out there when you're trying to build your business, because you'll be incompetent, because you won't know what to say, because you won't know what to do, you won't be resilient enough, you won't be tough enough, etc. You know what I mean? So in business, it's the mental gym that counts. Reading the books, watching the trainings, attending the events, all of that stuff. You might look, well, this is just a distraction. I should be selling. I should be recruiting. That's what I should be doing. I shouldn't be spending time reading books and attending seminars, etc. But that's the gym. That's the gym that prepares you. That's the gym that builds your confidence. That's the gym that builds your competence. So when you open your mouth, the person goes, I like it. I like what's coming out of this person. I like their confidence. I like the mindset. I want to do business with this person. I want to be on this person's team. That's the gym. So unless you invest the time, unless you sweat in that gym and do that personal development, then you will die on the mountain. You will, something will happen in your business, and because you're not tough enough, you'll quit. You'll give up. You'll find an excuse not to do it, right? And your aspirations don't have to be logical. Your goals, your dreams don't have to be logical. Too many of you're playing it down because you don't want to look outrageous. You don't want to set goals that are crazy, right? So you're trying to be realistic. But if you want to be realistic, then what's the point of setting goals? Just do what you do. Because now you're realistic. Are you happy where you are? You know what I mean? So your goals have to be a bit crazy. And he said aspirations don't have to be logical. They can be magical. So your goals and your ambitions and your dreams, make them as big as you want, and then 10 times it. Make it as big as you can, and then multiply it by 10. That's aspiration. That's inspiring. That's what other people will come from far away to watch. I remember somebody said, if you get on fire, people will come from far away to see you burn. So in business is the same way. If you get on fire in your business, people will come to see what the hell is happening here, because that person is nuts. And I see Irene is giving her thumbs up of approval on this one, right? Now, but don't get me wrong, it's work. This particular speaker, he actually is the organizer of these National Congress events, and their company organizes many other events. They're called Success Resources. They organize Tony Robbins events, Millionaire Mindset, and many, many other events. So when he decided to build his business to his aspiration, you know what his system was? It's called 7-1-2-3. 7-1-2-3. What does that stand for? He said, I made a promise to myself to work 7 days a week for 12 hours a day for the next 3 years. Now, for some of you, that's like, oh, I would never do that. Oh, that sounds crazy. then your dream is not big enough. But I know some of you are doing this, literally. Like I know at least one person on this call, at least two people on this call, for sure, who are doing this in reality, in life. And you know what I'm talking about, right? So aspiration is big. If it doesn't inspire you to work your butt off, then it's not big enough. Then it's not exciting enough for you. You know what I mean? So aspiration comes from a dream, and dream comes from thinking. And thinking, it's free. So think big. You know, don't put yourself down. Don't underestimate yourself, because you're either going to be pushed in life by your problems, or you will be led by your dreams. Now, there's too many people, millions and millions of people, who just live every day being pushed by their bills, being pushed by their jobs, being pushed by their responsibilities, being pushed by all the overheads and the credit card debts and everything, and they're being pushed, right? Wouldn't it be more exciting to be led by your dreams, you know? But you have to get out of that rut to begin with. And when you start fighting for your dreams, truly fighting, like that 7-1-2-3, when you start fighting with your passion, your dreams start fighting for you. You know, and I did a little story today, because I'm getting into really big on stories now, you know, so I'm like all day on stories. And I did this story today, you know, about law of attraction. And the law of attraction, you know, like you can read so many books and attend so many courses about law of attraction, etc. But it's basically, when you focus on something, when you really get passionate about something, when you really get excited about something, and you really focus all of your energy on that one thing, what happens is the situations around you, the people and the universe and God and everything starts to conspiring to help you achieve that one thing. And it's just amazing, you know, when you keep thinking, you keep attracting these things, you keep, you know, I read my goals every day. Yeah, every morning I wake up and I read my goals, 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 to send out those vibes, those waves, my thoughts, everything, you know, to attract that stuff. So guess what? I'm packing, you know, because I'm going to Lithuania. So I'm packing my backpack, and the phone rings. So I answer the phone, and this, you know, unknown number. So I answer it, and there's a lady's name, and she goes, hey, you know, my name is this, you know, I don't know if you remember me, like we met a few years ago, like about 3 years ago. So, and I go, yes, of course I remember you, etc. She goes, look, you're always like, you know, got loads of great ideas. You're always in business, etc. She goes, I'm looking for a business to join. What do you do now? Can you recommend me something? And I go, like, how crazy is that? Like, my wife Rita was next to me, and I go, this is law of attraction. It's just awesome, right? Like, when you focus on something, things start coming your way. You know what I mean? People start messaging you, calls start coming, or people you didn't even expect. You know what I mean? So I sent her the presentation. You know, I'll recruit her. I'll do her a favor, you know? So it's just awesome. Okay. And by the way, being broke is a symptom. It's not the disease. So you see, if you had a headache, you can take a tablet from a headache, but it doesn't fix the problem, right? Something is causing the headache that needs to be looked at, right? Maybe you have high blood pressure, maybe something else is wrong with you. So just taking a paracetamol from the headache is not going to fix the problem, right? Because the headache is a symptom and something else is the cause. So same way, if you broke financially, that's a symptom. And too many people try to fix the symptom. You cannot cure the symptom. You have to look for the root cause, right? So what is making you broke? What is making you, you know, not have money, right? Those things need to be fixed. Those things need to be changed, right? And passion is what you like to do, and that's good. If you follow your passion, is great. But purpose is what God wants you to do. So my wish for you is that you find your purpose, not just your passion. Sometimes your passion and your purpose fit together, then it's just blessing, you know, then it's just great. But I wish for you to find your purpose. What's your purpose on this planet? You know, what's your purpose on this earth? Now, we talk a lot about the differences between the mindset of people who work and people who have business. But, you know, very often when you start building your business, when you start chasing your dreams, you sort of start going against the grain, against the flow where everybody's going. And people might look at you as crazy, you know, for trying to build your home-based business, for going to America to trainings and things like that. People might think, well, that's a bit nuts, you know, that's a bit like crazy, right? But if you are in the madhouse, surrounded by crazy people, nobody knows they're crazy. So everybody, like, think about it. People getting up, using the alarm clock, because that's not when their body wants to get up. Then they go through traffic that they hate, like being stuck in it all the time, or going on sweaty, smelly underground, being squeezed into the armpits of other people and things like that. Then they sit in a box for 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, etc., caged, literally. They wouldn't want to be anywhere else, not there, but they are there, right? Then they fight through the same traffic or through the same sweaty armpits back home, right? Don't have time to cook good food, don't have time to exercise because of the work, right? And they do that for 40 years to then retire on 40% of something that wasn't enough in the first place. Does that not sound for you like a madhouse? Does that not sound like everybody's on this mass craziness, just like a global, I don't know, delusion, and everybody's thinking that's normal to do? Like, yeah, it's cool, you know, my granddad did that, my dad did it, so I'm gonna go and do it too. So sometimes when you get out of that madhouse, it might be like, hey, you know, everybody, like maybe everybody else is crazy, not me, for trying to build my dream, for trying to build that financial freedom, right? So what's the key to marketing, like to attracting people to you? Well, it's very simple. It's actually 4 steps. Number 1, find a problem. Find a problem, right? What's the problem that people have? Number 2, find people on social media who have that problem. Number 3, I just said number 3. Number 3, give them something for free, some information, right? And number 4, monetize it. Does that not apply to your network marketing business? What's the problem that your business can solve? People not making enough money. Do you think you could find some people on social media who are not making enough money? I think so. Could you give them some free information, a free video that could show them how to start making more money? Then number 4, can you monetize it? Well, of course, if they join your team, you're monetizing it. Could you not find some people who have a problem of obesity, of being overweight? Could you not find them on social media? Could you not give them some free information about a product that could help them with that? Could you not monetize it by selling it? You know what I mean? That's the key. That's the key for making money on social media, right? And you already have all the tools in place to do that, right? And your income, by the way, is a direct outcome of amount of people you help. So if you're not making much money, all it says is that you're not helping very many people. Because the more people you help in this business, the more money you'll be making. So if you're scared of talking to people about your business, if you're feeling fear of rejection and fear of failure, just get over it. It's not about you. It's about you helping them. It's about you helping people. So if you go to somebody and you go, hey, Sopit, would you take a look at my business? And she goes, not interested. Hey, I tried to help. She didn't want the help. I'll move on. Go to the next person. You know what I mean? It doesn't like, you shouldn't feel bad about it, right? So. Right. Got a few more tips for you guys before we finish for today. Right. One of the biggest things, and I keep hearing it everywhere, like whoever, like all my mentors, all the trainings I go to, everything, and most people don't do it still. You want to become successful, you need to read a lot. Read a lot, right? 3 richest men right now in the world, 3 richest people in the world. Number 1, Jeff Bezos, owner of Amazon. The guy started selling books. Do you think he likes books? He loves books. He reads loads of them. Number 2 richest person in the world, Bill Gates. He reads, I think he reads like a couple of hours, I think he reads like 500 pages a day or something like that. Like few books, like he reads like a couple of books almost a day. 3rd richest person in the world, Warren Buffett. He goes like on reading vacations. He takes like 40 books, and goes on vacation and just reads for the whole vacation. If the 3 richest people in the world are obsessed by reading books, shouldn't that tell you something? Maybe that you should start reading books, right? So you want to make sure that you invest some time, and like Eric Worre, my mentor, he says that leaders are readers, read at least 20 pages a day, of a good book. Have a book by your bedside, before you go to sleep, take your book out, put the phone away. I almost swore. Put the phone away, turn it on silent, turn it off, and then before you go to sleep for the last half an hour, just read, then go to sleep. Then you wake up in the morning, before you take the phone, before you do anything else, grab a book, read for half an hour, then get up, start doing your things, etc. Oh, but I don't have time. Get up a bit early. Get up 15 minutes early and read for those 15 minutes. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. And totally it's important what kind of books you're reading, Irina. Definitely, right? So, not like I'm not talking, but even like whatever, romance, etc. That will start the habit of reading. But of course, I'm talking about personal development books, business books, sales books, marketing books, mindset books, etc., 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 etc. Like somebody asked me, they said, I bet you read all the books behind you. And no, I haven't. For every book I read, I buy another 10. So I'm always on a catching up game with all the books that I buy. But I don't want ever to run out of books to read. You know what I mean? So I'm constantly trying to, I read one book and I see, oh, there's another good one. Oh, somebody recommended another good one. Like even in this trading, I wrote down about 3 or 4 books that somebody recommended. I wrote them down and I will buy them, right? Even though I still got like 20 that I haven't read. You know what I mean? Because I just want to keep doing it, because that's what successful people do. If the successful people do, I want to do it. I don't want to do what failures do, because what failures do is sit in front of telly, 2-3 hours an evening. I don't want to do that, because that's what failures do. That's what broke people do, right? I want to do what rich people do. You know what I mean? Number 2, attend conference. So number 1, read. Number 2, attend conferences. Physical events, at least once every 3 months. Attend an event that will inspire you, that will motivate you, that will get you thinking outside the box, that will get you new ideas, because you can't keep boiling in your own juice, within your own knowledge, what you have already. You want to keep expanding. You want to keep looking for new ideas, new sources of thoughts of what could I do, what strategy could I use, etc. In this training alone, again, I always go to a training and I take 2 kinds of notes. Things I can teach and things I want to implement right away in my business. So again, I've got a few things from this training to implement, start putting into practice, So attend events, important, super important. And number 3, sitting in a chair, and thinking, making notes, jotting down ideas, etc. Do that. Just sometime, just few things, just few minutes a day. Okay. Grant Cardone. So number 1, if you want success in your life, you have to give up. Not give up what you're doing, but give up something to gain something. Like the universe has a give and take. You sow the seed, then the crop grows. You put the wood, then your fire comes. It's give and take, put in and take out. And somebody called it a refrigerator principle. You know what the refrigerator principle is? Well, what you put in your fridge is what you take out. You never take out more from your fridge than what you put in. You know what I mean? So the same thing goes here. You have to give something up. So you need to think, what do you need to give up? Sometimes it's things that you do that are wasting your time. But sometimes you need to give up your limiting beliefs. You need to give up beating yourself up all the time. You need to give up negative talk that you talk to yourself. You need to give, you know what I mean? But you need to find, what do you need to give up to move up? Give up something to go move to the next level. Then give up something else, move to the next level. But there's always that something has to be given up. And money follows attention. Money follows attention. So this is especially important now with social media. Money follows attention. If you're not making much money, that means you're not getting in front of people. In front of enough people, you're not catching enough attention. You know, best known beats best. Best known beats best. You can be the best, make the best cupcakes in the world, but if nobody knows about them, then the best known will beat you. You know, the average cupcake in Tesco will beat you because everybody knows it, because everybody goes there and sees it. So you might have the best business opportunity in the world with greatest products in the world, and you might have the awesome personality. You could be such an incredible leader and build such a huge business. But if nobody knows about you, then none of that is ever going to happen. So you need to start getting in front of some people. And now it's easier than it's ever been. Before, you would have had to go on the street and shout out loud, right? Now you don't need to do that anymore. Get on Facebook. Start doing Facebook Lives. Start producing videos. Start putting posts. Start putting pictures. Start putting... You know, Gary Vaynerchuk spoke. You know what he said? If you're serious about your social media, you need to produce between 40 and 50 pieces of content a day. Now, that's not on one platform. It's across the platforms, right? So you might be on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on LinkedIn, on whatever, right? But across the platforms, you want to be producing 50 pieces of content. And it doesn't have to be unique content. It might be you did a live on Facebook, then you put a picture about with the quote from that live on Instagram, and then maybe you put a little text about what you spoke with the ideas on LinkedIn. Whatever, it can be same thing, just in a different shape and form, but it has to be a lot. Why? To catch attention. Because otherwise, if you put one post a day, you get drowned in the sea of information. Nobody even knows you exist, right? You might have a great thing, but nobody knows about it. So you need to get in people's face. You need to get so much on that social media that people go, oh my gosh, she's just crazy, like give up already, right? Come on. You want to be that person that annoys the shit out of everybody because you're always in front of them. Because guess what? Best known beats best. If you will be in front of people, they'll buy your stuff. If you'll be in front of people, they'll join your business because they'll go, my gosh, this person, they ramped up the game, right? So think about, how can I get more attention? How can I get more attention? That should be your social media game every day. How can I get more attention? How can I stand out? How can I get in front of more people? How can I get more attention? How can I, that should be a daily thing for you, right? Okay. Right, so I'm not going to get into that. And you have 3 choices. I did this post today. Some of you seen, and I love your nice comments, right? So you have 3 choices. You can do nothing, when it comes to financial freedom. You can do nothing, you can do it yourself, or you can do it with me. So use that as well. I put that little post. You can copy that post and use it on your own wall, right? But tell it to people, hey, up to you. You can do nothing. When it comes to building your own business, you can try it yourself, go through the trial and error, or you can do it with me. I already got a system. I already got a group that tells you exactly what to do to make money on Facebook. I already got this. I already got the training videos. I already got this. You can join me and plug into my system. You know what I mean? And, like when it comes, like I liked when Gary Vee came up and he said, look, everybody's asking for hacks. What's the shortcut? What's the secret? What's the hack? And he goes, the only hack is to bring value to people. That's the only hack. And that's my hack, guys. Like, how am I attracting these people to me? How am I attracting people to come to me? Because I'm so handsome? Because of my lovely hair? Because of, no. It's because I provide value. Value, 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 right? Are you getting value from this training? Are you getting value from my YouTube channel? Are you getting value from my Facebook Lives in English? Are you getting value from my Facebook Lives in Lithuanian? Are you getting value from my quotes? Are you getting value from my little articles? You know what I mean? Like all of that stuff is free, right? I'm putting it all out there, you know, not asking anything in return, but I'm putting it out there. I'm providing that value, and that value brings me people. It brings attention. You know what I mean? So that's the name of the game, is value. How can I put enough value out there so that people will pay attention to me? Okay? And you have to do something. You know, I love this quote. You know, the language that Gary Vaynerchuk used in his training, I can't use most of it. Like I wrote down, but I dare not read it because it's too many swear words in there, right? But I saw this quote somewhere where it said, if you want your dreams to come true, you must first wake up. Because many people just keep dreaming. They just keep dreaming, right? They keep sleeping, right? If you want your dreams to come true, you have to wake up first, right? And do something, right? So stop, you know, just waiting for it. You know, too many people are getting ready to get ready. You know, get up and start doing crap. Start putting things out there. Start, you know, yeah, one day I'll start my videos. One day I'll start doing Facebook. One day I'll start posting on social. One day I'll get on Instagram. One day like now, the day is today, right? Today is the yesterday. No, today is the tomorrow you were dreaming about yesterday. Today is the tomorrow you were dreaming about yesterday, right? So tomorrow you're going to again say, oh, well, tomorrow, definitely next week. Oh, when the kids go, oh, when the kids break from school. Yeah, it's never ending. Just start, right? Just start doing it whichever way. You know, done is better than perfect. So just get it done. Just start, right? Just start doing it. Right. So the last thought I'm going to leave you with, and that's important, you know, and Gary Vaynerchuk shared that. Many people want the riches and the wealth and the success of these famous people, etc., but they're too insecure about other people criticizing them, about other people laughing at them, about other people hating on them on social media, etc. So stop for a second and think about it. I'm going to change it for you now. You're going to stop being scared of haters, and you will never feel bad again when you see somebody negative commenting or something. It's valuable. This is value, guys. Think about it. I don't have time to watch the videos of people who I really like. I don't have time for that because I'm too busy building my dream life. I don't have time to watch the videos of all of my team members. I don't have time to watch everything that I want to watch, that I like. So now think about the person who puts a negative comment on your video, if it ever happens. I don't have time to watch stuff I love. I don't have time to watch stuff of people who I respect. But this person has taken out the time to watch the video of somebody they hate. And then they go, even find time to go under that video and comment on it. Think how sad their life is. The only thing you should feel when you get a negative comment on social media is empathy, is compassion. Because that person's life, think how sad their life has to be, so that the best thing they can do with their time is go and watch people who they hate and then waste their own time commenting negatively. That's how sad that is. So for you to feel bad when somebody does that makes no sense, because it tells more about them and it doesn't really tell anything about you, right? Whatever you do, you do, you know. And again, I'm not going to use the words that Gary Vaynerchuk said. He said, hey, go and do a live, you know, without makeup, without nothing. And if somebody tells you something, just tell them to F off, right? But that's Gary V, you know, and I love the guy. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you got some value. I know it took us almost an hour to get through those notes, but I wanted to share that with you. I hope you got an idea or two from this that you can use in your business, and hopefully you found this useful. Have a great rest of your evening, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow from Lithuania. Cheers.